Welcome, everybody.
Good
Ciao,
morning.
Robert.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Morning.
Hola a todos.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, buen día.
Hola.
Hola, hola a todos.
Hola a todos.
Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Hola, buen día.
Fantastic to see everyone. Wow. Pop, 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 pop.
Hey.
Wow. Opening through all the pages to see all of you. Wonderful.
The little hero there.
Yes. I see Johnny.
Hi, good to see you.
Hi, Robert.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Robert. Good to see you.
Oh, hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello, Richard.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Hello.
wow.
Hello, DILTS.
Hello.
Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
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 Okay.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Robert. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Jean-Francois.
Hi, Richard and
Hi,
Oksana.
Jean-Francois.
Yes.
Hola, Richard and Oksana.
Hi, Antonio.
Hi, Antonio.
Antonio. Yeah.
Hello,
Hi
Robert.
there.
I'm
Hello,
from
everybody.
Malaysia.
Hi,
Huh?
everyone.
Hello, welcome.
Hola, Daniel, mucho éxito.
Hmm,
Hello, Robert. Hi.
wow.
Hello, everyone.
Exciting.
This is Olivier from Switzerland.
Hello, Olivier.
Everyone.
Hello, Olivia.
Buenos días desde Madrid, España.
Buenos
Buenos
días.
días, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Muy buenos días a todos desde Chile.
Hola, buenos días
Buenos
desde
días, buenos días.
Argentina.
Добрый день.
Bonjour à tous.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hola, Mónica.
Buona giornata a tutti. Hola, Eduardo.
Hola, Moni.
Hola, Diana.
Hola, Diana.
Buen día, Uruguay. Hello, bonjour de Paris. Good morning.
Bonjour. Morning.
Buongiorno di Parigi.
Parigi.
Bonjour de Paris aussi.
Hello.
Salut, Marie-Yvonne.
Hello, hello.
Hola desde París también.
Hola.
Hola.
Bonjour à tous aussi de Paris.
Hola desde Italia.
Hola, hola.
Hola, hola.
Hello, bonjour Robert. Marie-Yvonne de Paris, bonjour à tous.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Из Сибири, привет. Привет. Hi, Olga.
Hi from Krasnodar.
Привет.
Еще привет.
From Moscow, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello from the Black Sea.
From the Black Sea. Fantastic. Wow.
Oh, Daniel.
Wow,
Hi,
wow.
Antonio. Hi, Sandra.
Hello, everyone. Hello
Hola
from
a todos.
Berlin.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Monis.
Hello, Sandra. Hi, Antonio.
Hi.
Oh, I think I saw Dimitri too.
Oh, hi, Dmitry.
Oh, hello, Dimitri.
Hi. Hi,
Hello, New York.
Katja.
Where's Katya?
Let's
These are our veteran translators. We're going to translate Robert.
Yeah,
and-
so welcome, everybody. We're going to might as well start to get started here.
Okay, good then.
First, we have our interpreters, and if you want to listen in one of the other languages, go down to the interpreting icon at the bottom of the screen and choose the language. We also would like to invite everybody now to mute yourself, because I think that's going to make things easier. So if you would all go ahead and mute, and then we will be having opportunities to interact with each other. This is really a big moment. This has been quite a journey to get here with this many people from all around the world. We have almost 200 just on right now. I want to first just say a big thank you to all of our sponsors and partners. We're going to be, in the beginning here, I want to invite everybody to be ready. We want to kind of introduce different groups. And so we're going to be doing things where we'll be inviting you to turn your camera off or on, depending upon which group you're a member of. And if you don't know how to do it, or if you need to do that, you want to go to the camera icon at the bottom of your screen and make sure that you have you choose hide non-video participants. And then if you do that, when people turn off their camera, they disappear for a moment. And so that way that we can sort of get a chance to, offer different sort of opportunities to different people. As we get started, I'm going to share my screen for just a moment. We have our 2021 IEGC International Conference, and our theme here is generative change equals generative future. And our goal here is to really look to that future to see how we, as part of this bigger generative change community, can make a difference in that future going forward. What I want to do here in this first plenary, and Stephen and I will be doing one later today together, but in this first plenary, I want to just do, again, a few introductions. Again, a lot of gratitude, some big gratitude, as I said, to all of our partners and our sponsors. I do want to also just really mention that even though she's not able has not been able to participate for health reasons the past couple of weeks, that Vanessa Burde was really carrying this conference for many months, and really is the one that put a lot of that together. So I just want to acknowledge that. I also want to just make a special acknowledgement to Jean-Francois Thierry and to Elizabeth Falcon and to Jonathan Goldsmith, who also really kind of picked up that central organizing part. And then we have all of our sponsors in different parts of the world. We have Oksana and Richard from Russia, and we have Danielle Oil from this. Yeah, actually, let's do this. Let's do our first thing here where I'm going to invite everybody who is not a partner or a sponsor to close your camera for just a moment. So if everybody who is not a partner or a sponsor, to close your camera so we can see just those who are our partners and our sponsors, who've done such a really magnificent job. And I'm seeing we have, over 200, and it looks like there's 212 people on right now. So this is really a remarkable thing, and we're from all over the world. So again, if you're not a partner and you weren't a sponsor, please close your camera. I can see, so I see our partners and our sponsors. So I was mentioning Oksana and Richard and Daniel. There's Michael Aime from Repair. Who else do I see here as our partners and sponsors? So Natalie, of course, she's a partner, as a sponsor and an interpreter. And yes, see a number of our others. There's obviously, there's Xin, who's also an interpreter, but she's representing our Chinese partner. And yeah, and I see Rita Alleluia but I don't know that I don't see her face right now, but she's from Portugal. And so let's see, Patricia. Anyway, thank you again. I just really acknowledge, and there's Diana was also part of our South American sponsor. I see Edith from Israel is here. And so welcome. I would also, just to honor our interpreters, and I see there's Toki is also there and she's our Farsi interpreter and she's from Iran, but is in California right now. It's 3 or 4 in the morning her time. So welcome. So actually, let's ask everybody except the interpreters now to turn off your cameras. Only the interpreters for just a moment. I'd like to just acknowledge them. So everybody, and there's Alice. I see Alistair from Japan, and there was Yuko is also here, and Yoko. So just everybody except the interpreters, if you would turn off your cameras for just a minute. So everybody except the interpreters. Let's just honor our interpreters, who are Natalie and Zin and Yuko and Dmitry. There's Dmitry and Guillermo and Ekaterina and Graciela. And who else am I? Is that everybody? Have I gotten everybody? Graciela, Natalie. So we have Spanish, French, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Farsi. So anyway, welcome to you. Why don't we can all come back and turn on our cameras again, all join back in so we can see you all. So we have our groups from France, from Italy, from Germany, from the UK, from China, Japan. I don't even have memorized the list of all of the countries that are here. And this is just really I think a fabulous thing. I hope you can feel also the sort of the sense of connection, the sense of energy that we can create together as a field. And that was it's really a remarkable moment, especially from me, because when Stephen and I first started this idea of an international association for generative change, we dreamed of a community like this, where there would be people gathering together from all over the world who have a shared passion and in many ways a shared vocabulary, even though we all speak different languages. There's a shared understanding of the importance and the power of generative change. I would like to do one other thing quickly, is I want to acknowledge all of our presenters. So I would like to just do one more little thing here where everybody who is not a presenter to close your camera. So just for a moment, if you're not a presenter, if you would stop your video so that we can really just see all of our presenters for just a moment. I really want to honor you. Hello, all you presenters. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for bringing your creativity, your knowledge, your passion to our community. It's just fantastic. Hello, and I also see a special call out to Kamna, who's been also really doing a lot to make this conference happen, and on the website and other things for IAGC. So thank you, Kamna. And it's been great. Wow, just lovely to look at this fantastic group of presenters. I just am thrilled. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's invite now everybody else back again. And you'll get a chance, hopefully, all of you, to experience these master classes. They will all be recorded and posted. So if you missed them, we should be able to view them again later. Again, just really want to also acknowledge and Jean-Francois, Elizabeth, Jonathan. They've just been doing an amazing job. So maybe we could just for a moment just see them. If we ask maybe everybody except Jonathan, Elizabeth, Jean-Francois to close their cameras. They've been kind of the backbone of organizing everything, and I just want to. So if you would turn off your cameras, except if you're Elizabeth, Jean-Francois, Jonathan, because they've set up all the different all the different WhatsApp groups and have been doing the technological work. And so I just really want to say it's been fantastic. So you've been a great team, a very generative team. So thank you to you three. And again, there's been so many others of you that have really jumped on board. Again, just to mention, Natalie, Oksana and Richard, Kamna, so many of you others that have really taken this and brought this to the world and shared it. Again, thank you. So let's all come back again. I like this sort of where we can look at different parts, we say, of the whole and there are these little clusters. So what I'd like to do for this particular session, this plenary, is to get us ready for the conference, to really get the best out of the conference. And that means that we're going to be wanting to get into a good generative state. We're going to be wanting to set our intention for this conference. And we're going to be wanting to connect to our community of resources. And so what I'd like to do, we're going to be doing a couple of breakout sessions. Now, when we do the breakout sessions, they're going to be just random breakout rooms. And so you will be in a room with people from wherever you don't know. And we may not all be speaking, sharing a common language. And that's going to be okay. Because as we know, in generative change, verbal language is only one form of communicating. And when we do things like set an intention, we're going to be also using our somatic modeling. So we do want to have a chance here in this first plenary for you to sort of get a taste of some of the other people who are here with us, hear the voices, see them individually, and share with each other. And once again, even if we don't understand the verbal language, we will be able to, I think, communicate very effectively. So I'm going to do a little bit of just kind of reminding us. I imagine that some of you, there may even be some here that have not yet had much of an exposure to the generative change work. I mean, there's some of you I know that have done many programs. But if we just take a moment, I just kind of want to remind us of some of the important aspects of generative change. Once again, thank you to our sponsors and partners. Really fabulous. I feel so grateful to have you. So when, again, we think about generative change, we always like to say you know, it's this conversation between this quantum world, the sort of a more unconscious quantum world of possibilities, and the sort of classical concrete world. And this conference is, the fact that we're all here is another great example of that. You know, this started with a vision. I can remember working with, way back last year already, after the last conference, speaking with Vanessa and some others about this conference, and this could be even a bigger conference, and we could use the technology even more. And so that starts as a dream of possibilities. And we kind of reach out into all of these infinite possibilities, and then we're kind of creating this now ongoing concrete experience. But if we didn't start with that dream, if we didn't start by looking into the future and really looking at these many possibilities, we would just be repeating what we've already done. So again, this conference itself is a powerful example of what we mean by generative, you know, the possibilities of generative change. And then what we say is, and again, this sure, as many of you already know this, that we work with our filters, and our filters are what transform these quantum possibilities in our imagination into classical reality. And we're always in generative change working with those three filters of our somatic filters, our body filters, our cognitive filters, and then these filters of our field. And this idea of really all that we know is what our filters produce, but we can work generatively with those filters. And that's why on this slide, you see this image, this metaphor of a prism. You know, the white light comes in and it's broken into many, many different colors. And this is like the white light is this quantum world of possibilities. All the colors are there, but it takes the filter of the prism to be able to sort them out. And so big part of what we do in generative change is we want to make sure that we're able to get our filters into this generative state. And so we say that we can either hold those filters in a state of sort of creative flow where things really can emerge and flow through, or they can be kind of stuck and rigidified into just one way, or one kind of functioning. And that's where we get these kind of problem areas. And that's, again, I think as many of you know, the fundamental purpose of generative change is to kind of unlock those filters, find the places where they are held in some form of neuromuscular lock, and then open them. And that's what we want to be able to do through this conference. And as we look to the future, because as we say, generative change, generative future, clearly in this last year, we have experienced tremendous challenges. Our world is completely different than it was in ways that we cannot expect. I remember a year ago at this time thinking, oh, this might last until June. Now we don't even know if things will be ready by this next June. So we're living in this time of great uncertainty. And yet that also brings opportunities for the kinds of creativity and the fact that we have such a wonderful, the size of conference that we have now. So as I'm sure most of you know, we call that sort of rigidified state of our filters a crash state, where they're contracted or we're reactive, kind of caught in analysis paralysis, separated or disconnected, and it's some form of hostility, hurting, hating, etc. And there's so many challenges and so many opportunities for us to crash these days. Even just trying to get started when we were getting ready to open the room to everybody, we're having technical challenges, and those challenges can create a crash. You know, we're saying, oh, it's almost time to start, but you know, we're trying to get the interpreting working. And now, if you do go into a crash state with those types of things, for certain, you know, it makes it worse. It doesn't get any better. So what we are always looking for, the foundation for what we're calling our generative state and a basis for creative change, is what we call coach state. To be centered, to be open, to be alert and aware, to be connected to ourselves, to all the resources within ourselves, but also connected to the resources around us. And this allows us to be able to hold a space where even those challenges, whether it comes from technology, whether it comes from uncertainty in our social world, or you know, sense of what's happening in the pandemic, etc., we can hold those and be creative and find our ways through, in some ways, to come up with something even better than what we've had before. And so that's a big part of our goal. We have here, Stephen and I like to use this image of Nelson Mandela as a good example of that, of somebody who, you know, endured tremendous, you know, persecution and challenges, and yet did not become, you know, broken, sour, rigid. You can see the great smile on his face in this picture, that even all of the persecution and the the imprisonment and everything that he endured did not kind of freeze into this place of neuromuscular lock. And so this is what we believe is possible for all of us. So just to review, and this is part of what we're going to be starting with here today. You know, it's been a journey. I can tell you it's been a journey getting here for, I'm sure, for all of us, and certainly for those of us who have been organizing this. It's been quite a journey getting here. And it's going to, the conference itself is going to be a journey. And that journey, when it's generative, we like to say we'll have these basic steps to it, where we open a coach field, and we call it a coach field because it's not just an individual state. It's something that we all engage together. And when we do that, there's a kind of a resonance. We are all kind of creating together this field. And then we set an intention. And that's one of the things that we're going to be doing explicitly in this plenary session, is I'll be inviting you to set what is your intention for this conference. What is it that you would most like to create? You would most like to, you know, be able to accomplish, receive through your participation in this conference. And then we're going to be developing a generative state, which, as we'll see, has these three positive connections. And that's what we're going to do in the plenary, because that will get us ready to take action. Because as you then go into the master classes will be having us go into action and helping us to find and transform obstacles, and also help us to begin to develop these practices for deepening the change. So this is where we want to start here today. Is we're going to start with our first three steps. Now, I do want to acknowledge one other thing before we get started here, is that, and again, some of you may have been in these different areas before. There are three different parts of all of us that are here. Some of us are coming in through Stephen's network and his practitioners of generative trance. Others might have been involved in what I've done with the success factor modeling and generative change in business, and beyond just the success factor modeling. And then sort of the generative coaching is central to that. And that's sort of the thing that has been what Stephen and I have really brought those two areas together. And so we're going to be having different master classes. Some will be more focused on individual and inner transformation. Others are going to be more around this areas of business and being able to work on a bigger part of the whole on, we might say, on focusing on the bigger system. And then others will be around the area of generative coaching. All of them, though, are about empowerment. All of them are about what is it that can we do to create together a better world, a world in which there is more potential and where we are all achieving more of our potential. So I'd like to want to begin, as we said, we always want to start by opening a coach field. And so I'm going to invite us all into just this first step, which is it's always good to start whatever we're doing in a coach state. And I think we have this really fabulous opportunity. Imagine all of us are in different parts of the world. When we go into a coach state together and we begin to resonate with each other, we truly begin to create a field that can encircle the earth. We have such an amazing possibility right now, right here. We're all in these different places on this planet right now, and yet we can harmoniously get into resonance together. Now, I'm going to invite you, if you have the possibility, and it's not uncomfortable, I'm going to invite us to do this standing, because we know that with generative change, it's not just something that is a sort of a fixed verbal expression, and we have our somatic filters are so important. And so, especially since I know so many of us spend so much time in front of Zoom these days, it's good to be able to get access to that body and open these filters so that we're like really ready to take the best advantage. Now, there's many ways to do coach state, as I'm sure you all know, or most of you know. One of my favorite ways is to start with the sort of some physical ways of centering. One of the simple ways is I'll take my right hand and my right leg and cross them over and find my balance. And then do the same thing the other way. Take my left hand, my left leg, and cross them over, and then right hand, just kind of find that connection between left and right and ground myself. And then maybe just do that 3 times each way, kind of just feeling that center line of the body, moving around the center. And we center ourselves in this world, and the world becomes more centered. Another way that begins to bring also a little more energy into the body is to take the right elbow and touch it to the left knee, and then the left elbow to the right knee. And that movement is right around the belly center. So it really puts you in contact with that belly center. And if you just do that a few times each way, and then just feel how much more potentially grounded that makes you. And you want to kind of keep that body loose. And another thing that I often find, it's a good way that where I'm testing how centered I am, I will just lift one of my legs and balance. So I'm balanced on one leg. And when I think I have a good balance, I bring my hands together. Again, feeling that sense of center. And if I feel I have a really good balance, I close my eyes. And then notice, okay, can I keep that balance? And then again, then I do it on the other leg. So balance on the other leg. And then again, breathing, closing my eyes when I feel I've got that really strong sense of center. And again, just do that a couple of times each leg. Balance. And then the other leg. Balance. And then we take a moment, and now that we're sort of more centered, we want to really open that channel, and we want to connect the earth to the sky. And one way to do that is you sort of take your fingers, put them around your thumbs, and it's going to make a movement where you sort of press down. You're going to show you bend your knees and you kind of press down like you're pushing into the earth, and then you release that and reach up towards the sky. So you're pushing down and then reaching up, even going on your toes. And really feel that stretch and that opening, earth to the sky. The whole on below to the whole on above and around. And just really feel that sense of opening. And then probably one of my favorites, and it's actually one of the ones I often do in my coaching sessions with clients to start, is what we call the coach state Tai Chi, which is a set of just 5 movements that are very simple. And we make them in a very slow and mindful way, like you would a Tai Chi movement, where we center and really just feel that sense of centering, bending the knees as you make the movement, feeling that connection to the belly, to the earth. And then we open, especially opening out from the heart center. That's really as we open to each other, open to this field that we create together. And then we become alert and aware. And here, let your awareness go all around the planet, around this whole beautiful holon that we are part of, our Mother Earth, that we also need to take care of. And then we connecting first through the crown of our head to the space above, and then connecting our head center, connecting that to the heart center, connecting that to the belly center, connecting to the legs, to the earth. And then that allows us to hold this space together, create this field together. And once again, maybe we just repeat those movements again. So we're centering, we're opening, we're really extending our awareness to each other and connecting to each other, almost like, imagine we're taking each other's hands right now. I'm taking your hand. And then we connect from each other also to ourselves, head, heart, belly, body, earth, and then holding this space together. And just for this moment, let's just take a moment, and no matter where we are, realize, yes, I am here in this time and place that I am right now, but we are also here. And even though we can just see each other only as these little images on the screen, we can know that there is a sense of connection, that we are here because we share a passion, we share a vision, we share a desire for a better world. So I just want to also kind of holding this space with a place of great gratitude and also great hope for what is possible. So thank you. I want to invite us all back now because that's kind of our first part of the first step of generative change, is always getting into that coach state. And I just love doing that together, because I can just feel just that sense of, again, when we all do that at the same time, there's a resonance that we create. There is literally a field that I think we create, and that field holds us and holds our world. So the second thing we want to do, and this of course is a really important part of preparing to get the best out of this conference, is to set our intention. And so I'll just go back to the slide for just a moment. So whether we're part of working on this individual level, as in generative trance or generative coaching or generative business, we're here at this conference because there's something that we want to, share and create more. I just invite everybody to mute yourself. You're getting a little noise, so if you could remember to mute yourself. Thank you. So again, this idea of setting an intention. And, you know, in our generative change work, we say we're directing our creative focus towards a positive, meaningful future. And that is truly, as we said, that's the theme, the fundamental theme of this whole conference is generative change, generative future. And so our typical question, and whether it's any form of generative change, whether it's generative trance, generative coaching, or generative business, is what is it that you most want to create? What do you most want to create and participate in creating together? And so it's not only an individual question. It's not just only what I want to create for me. It's what would I like to create for the world and for others. And again, I'm just so astonished and thrilled that there's so many of us here. The more we have together, the more chance we have of truly creating a really amazing future. And I really feel like this is a big step towards that. You know, right now there's over 240 of us here together sharing this place. And when we all look to the future together and we dream together, something powerful happens. I remember Steve Jobs used to say, if you dream alone, you stay a dreamer. But when we dream together, we change the world. And I really feel this is a really powerful opportunity for us to make that kind of change. So what we're going to be inviting you to think about right now is, what is your intention? And so we'll have, obviously there'll be our bigger intention. There's also going to be our intention for the conference. What is it that I'd most like to be able to get from here so I can create that? And then we're going to, as we know, most of us, that we're going to represent that in 3 different ways. We're going to say it as a verbal statement. And here we like to use this, what we call a creative constraint, that I need to say what it is that's that future that I want, but in 5 words or less. And then we want to have some kind of an image for that, a picture, a mental picture of that future. And of course, a somatic model, a posture and movement that expresses that. So I'd like to guide us into that. And what we're going to do is, I'd like to have you find your intention, and then we're going to go into breakout rooms and share those. Now, again, don't worry if you're in rooms with people that speak 5 different languages. That doesn't matter, because the verbal part is only one aspect. Your tone is going to be an expression. Your gestures will be an expression. So we're going to have a really interesting opportunity to start to get to experience, to see different ones of us and share our intentions. So to find the intention and to set your intention, I'm going to invite us once again. Let's take a moment to stand up, because I think it's always easier to do that and better to do it rather than just trying to do it from our head alone. And let's come back to our coach state. Maybe let's just quickly do a little bit of that coach state Tai Chi together. So let's take a moment and just all center together wherever we are in the world. Centering, I'm here. Feel our feet on this earth that actually connects all of us. And then we open again. Open to possibilities, open to the sense of possibilities for the future. And then we awaken all of our senses, our vision, our hearing, our feeling, but also becoming aware and extending that awareness around us and into the future. And then again, this idea of connecting to all of our resources, our intellectual resources, our emotional resources, our resources of intuition, our whole somatic intelligence, and then connection to the earth. And then holding this space together now, in which we want to begin to look towards the future. We say generative change, generative future. We are here, all of us have come together in this program, in this conference, because there is a future that we want to create together. So if you begin to bring your attention to where you would like to make a difference. Some of us are working with children. Some of us are working with athletes, with entrepreneurs. Some are working with families. So as you really think about which part of this whole on that you can touch through your presence in some way and make better, which part of this whole on would you want to, as a result of this conference, bring more generative possibilities to, bring some kind of transformation, healing, new possibilities? So really hold for a moment this question, what is it that through this conference I really want to create? Who for, and what kind of change? And begin to find, and again, sometimes I find for me, sometimes it comes first in the gesture, sometimes it comes first in the image before the words. Sometimes the words do come first. But as you really bring your creative focus to the future in a state of focused spaciousness, what is that intention that you would like to set, that this conference can serve to support you in? What might you say? What 5 words could express that creative future that you would like to participate in, and for whom? And what mental picture can you have of that future? And it can be, as we say, it's either a literal picture or it can be a metaphorical picture. We would like it to be color so that we see that it's living, it's colorful. And then, of course, we want to explore what's going to be that somatic model. What will be your gesture? If you say those words as you see that image, what's your way of expressing that future that you would like to see? So really just take a moment, and sometimes you need a few repetitions to begin to get clear. Maybe you already are very clear. Maybe you came to this conference with a lot of clarity about what it is that you wanted and your intention and what you would like to, create as a result of your being here. But maybe you also just need to be with this moment, let it emerge for you. What is it that most like to create? And keep exploring. Let your body speak. Let your body find what gestures and movements seem to be most. And if you involve all of the body, not just the arms, but if you were going to really involve whole body down to the feet, then how would you show that creative future? What 5 words could best express that? What image comes to you? This is why we're here. We're here, we've gathered here in this time, in this place. We're devoting our time, our life force to this because there's a future that wants to be created through us. And what does that future look like to you? So just take a final moment now and find, because we're going to be coming back and getting ready to share. We're going to go into breakout rooms and have a chance to share with others. So kind of get clear. If you need to write something down, you can do it. Just get ready to meet. So in just a moment, we're going to be meeting some other members of the community. We're going to go from this sort of big hole-on here with all of us, all 240 some of us together. And we're going to go into these smaller hole-ons, into breakout rooms. As I said, these are going to be randomly assigned. So you would, again, because we have different languages, you may be in a room with people that don't speak your language. And that's okay, because we can still go into our coach state together and share our intentions. So I'm gonna, Jean-Francois, I think, are you there, Jean-Francois? Hello, hello. Okay, we're going into the rooms now. So Jean-Francois has assigned this. So we'll see you back here. We're gonna do this, it will be about 10 minutes. So we're gonna come back in about 10 minutes. So feel free to enjoy meeting some of these new people.
Hi.
Hi, lovely to meet everybody in person.
Oh, nice to meet you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Perfect. Good. You are Jonathan?
I am Jonathan, yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm Osvaldo from Argentina.
Lovely to meet you. I'm
I'll be
somewhat
the only-
tired.
Osvaldo,
I
you
think
invited in the room?
I'm going to put you in the breakout room.
Yeah. Someone left, so let me check. I see you, Jonathan, and who else was talking? So blonde hair.
That's Jean-François.
Ah, Jean-François, bonjour.
Hi, Osvaldo. Bonjour.
Hi.
Did you receive a call for Zoom room, a breakout room?
Yes, exactly. I received that and and I accepted.
Okay, and
Okay.
you're still here.
So I'm just
still
going to
here,
move you
yeah.
to the room. Okay, so I'm just going to jump you in a room.
Okay. Join breakout room, join. Okay.
I was like, who's that?
You're hearing it, Jonathan? Okay, great. So who's not? Yeah.
Jean-Francois, so just to let you know, I'm leaving in about 15 minutes as I have clients.
Okay, thanks for letting us know. Right.
We'll keep on WhatsApp about this afternoon.
I'm sorry?
We need to WhatsApp about this afternoon's plenary.
Yeah. And hopefully you can be there, or Elizabeth can be there also. Yeah.
Welcome back. Hello.
Robert, 50 seconds before everyone comes back.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 1 minute when you sent that.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's okay.
Zoom has a delay between the time you click and the time the room ends.
Okay. That was fun, by the way. Did you go to a room?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. While we're all coming back, I thought that it might be nice just to share in the whole group some intentions. We don't have, obviously we can't hear them all, but we have some moments where if you would like to share your intention with the whole group, we can, if you raise your hand, and you have to do it on the, you go to the reactions part at the bottom and you can say raise hand. If you would like to share your intention with the group, anybody want to share their intention with the whole group? Yes. I see it's, just raise your hand if you want to share your intention, either, and try to do it on the mechanically. There we are, Massimiliano, Olivier. Let's start with Massimiliano. So Massimiliano, and when—
Thank you, Robert.
And we'll all mirror back Massimiliano's gestures, of course.
Okay. It's a great moment in the group, and we share a full energy, love. And my 5 words is a community, links together, happiness, and flow, and grow together. A new word, growing.
Growing.
Thank you all.
And Massimiliano, what was your image? What's your picture?
My picture is a star.
A star. Fantastic.
A star, because stars have links and grow and glow and flowing.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Olivier.
Yes, what I like to create or bring to this world is basically I want all of us to build a road of trust.
And the road of trust.
My model would go from the heart and down to the ground, to the road, basically building this road of trust.
Yeah.
And I can see a tree, an apple tree in bloom just on the side of the road.
Wow, beautiful. I join you on that road.
Thank you,
Olivier. Thank you. Michal.
Hello, Robert. Hello, everybody.
Because from China, we should also say where we're from, because you're originally from Poland, but you're in China now, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm Polish. I have a Polish-Chinese family. My wife is Chinese, and we have beautiful daughter, Anya. I'm living in China, so hello from China now. Poland and China at the same time. And my picture was so bright. It was like light, and I would say this is like mandala, like beautiful, colorful. I could say wholeness, but probably there is even much, much more. Yeah. So, like naturally, this movement comes up. So mandala and a lot of and deeper peace.
Deeper peace.
Mandala and deeper peace, and a picture of colorful mandala. And the words which are coming is like harmony, being present and harmony.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
I'm super happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, Michal. Thank you. Antonio.
Right. Hello, everybody. I'm Antonio. I'm from Mexico, but I live in Paris, France for some time. My intention in 3 words is to connect, to learn, and to have fun. My image is a group of little squirrels playing together, jumping from tree to another tree to another tree. And so my somatic movement is like this.
Wow, I like it. Connect,
Let's
learn,
all
and
play
have fun.
together. Yes.
Thank you, Antonio, for sharing that. Thank you. Leticia.
Buenos días, soy
Buenos
Leticia de
días.
Argentina. Hoy quiero compartirles mi intención es compartir un estado de libertad para que seamos nosotros mismos, y la imagen que lo acompaña es un mundo donde están todas las manos de nosotros saludándonos y conectándonos en el espacio. Así que mi regalo de hoy para ustedes es esta luz de ser uno mismo,
Wow.
y sentirnos libres de serlo.
Wow.
Gracias. Feliz de estar aquí.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you, Leticia. Osvaldo.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon. I say it in English first and then in Spanish.
Osvaldo, where are you from? Where are you right now?
Oh, yeah, I'm in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Buenos Aires.
Okay. And in the team, there were at least, I counted, person from Russia, from Peru, from Chile,
yeah,
from myself, and another country that I couldn't count because we joined late the break room. The intentions shared were transform people to heal the world, live intensively in order to offer my talents. Then there was a somatic expression from our colleague in Russia, which I cannot reproduce because it was visual. Okay. And there was another one that I couldn't get because we joined late. I joined late. And mine is to connect with myself, increasing my self-knowledge in order not to be conditioned to what happened outside, and on the contrary, connected with myself, and that's it. Okay.
And your gesture,
yeah.
What's your gesture for that?
The gesture for that is first accepting myself, right? Yeah, and then offer it to others. But first is accepting myself.
Do you want to then share that briefly in Spanish?
Yeah, quickly. In Spanish, the first one was transformar a la gente para sanar el mundo. La otra es vivir intensamente para ofrecer mis talentos. Dije que la otra era una expresión somática, no la puedo reproducir de alguien en Rusia. Una que no pude capturar. Y la mía es conectar conmigo mismo, autoconocimiento, para no estar condicionado con lo que pasa fuera y como contrario traer mis propias, conectarme con mi fuente.
Gracias, Osvaldo. Gracias. We have time for one more. So Maria, last one with Maria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Hello, Robert. And I've seen such a beautiful image of a rainbow like sphere that was producing light. And these things were like an encouragement. And my deepest intention for these days is to master tools for human-like living through pain. That is my personal need and my intention for this.
Thank you.
Не надо ничего ломать.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Ну что ты тычешь, глядя? Вот смотри.
So we're going to ask everybody then to make sure you're mute again. And so what we want to do now just to go back to our steps. Thank you for all of you sharing. Those were really beautiful, by the way. I'm really touched, and thank you for your offering that to our community. So once we have our intention, the next step is, of course, to get our resources, to get this generative state where we have the three connections to our intention, to our center and our self, and to our field of positive resources. And so this is what we want to do just now to get ready to move into our, the rest of this conference. So now the way we do that, we have these three connections. This, by the way, is an image that is from Antonio, who is also doing other drawings and will be contributing, I'm sure, along the way, his wonderful talent. So we have these three connections. What is my intention? Connection to myself and my center, and then connection to my field of resources. And this is what I'd like to invite us to all do together now. So to do that, and we'll do that and then have a little bit of opportunity to maybe share in the breakout rooms again, a resource that has come to us. But to get to that generative state, let's, if we can, again, I'm going to invite us to stand up. And really get ready. Our goal now is to really begin to get ourselves ready to move into these next 3.5 days of a conference, where there is so much richness, there is so much possibilities for us to learn, to share, to grow. So if we just take a moment and let's start in our coach states, and you can do whatever helps you. I'm going to just do briefly the coach state Tai Chi. It's really centering, opening, really becoming aware, alert, extending that awareness. I really, right now, bringing into my awareness all of us, all of this whole planet. Also bringing into awareness the various intentions that people have shared, really expanding that sense of awareness, and then connecting to all of you through my head, through my heart, through my belly, through my body, through the earth, and holding this space together. Now, especially as I stand here, we really want to make sure that we have that strong connection to our somatic center in our body. And so maybe you can place your hands on your body where you can really feel that sense of centered presence. And that's our first connection, our connection to ourself. And the second connection is the connection to our intentions. So I'd like to invite you to really reconnect to your intention, the image, the words, and the gesture. And as you connect to that intention, keep that connection to yourself. Really feel I'm here connected to me, and I can from there connect to my future. Because this is where we have that very powerful conversation. There's my dream of the future and my concrete presence in this moment. And it's this conversation between my present and this dream, this possibility in the future, that is going to be where my most generative possibilities come from. So again, just making the gesture of your intentions, staying grounded and connected to yourself. And then Stephen sometimes likes to use this metaphor of these first two connections of like a if you're holding a bow, one hand holds the bow out to the future and the other hand pulls back to yourself, your center. So I want to go there. There's the future. And I am here in myself. So really kind of feel that sense of there's my direction and I'm also here. So when I can let go of that string, I go into that future. And to support us there, we have our third connection, which is to the resources in our field that can support us to move and create that future. So I want to just invite you to take a moment, and as you bring your awareness to the field around you, past, present, future, of resources and supporters for you, teachers, ancestors, friends, things from nature, but also imaginary resources. What can support you? What comes to you from this field right now that's a resource that can support you to creatively move to achieve your intention? And just let something come, and also find your somatic model for that resource. So there was probably some image or some person, some memory, something that comes to you, but that resource will also have its somatic expression. So what would be your movement or gesture for that resource that's going to help you to achieve that desired state, that intention? And if there is a person or an image or something from nature or a character or a teacher, you can also bring that present to you now, that accompanies you through this conference. So as we make these three connections, I'm going to invite us to come back, and we're going to have one more opportunity to go into breakout room, where again, this time, you're going to share your resources, and then of course you mirror them back. Once again, we're going to have just probably a little bit under 10 minutes because we'll then need to wrap up and get moving on the course, but we will see you back here in just about 9 minutes. So share your resource and mirror back the gestures.
Have we lost Robert, Jean-Francois? It seems like we've lost Robert, or he's in a breakout room. I don't know at the moment. So, have you not been invited in a breakout room?
I was invited into one, but I was resending the links to someone, so I didn't get into the room.
I get it.
Me neither.
Okay, so you are welcome to choose what's best if you want to.
They're always latecomers that need help. So
That's part of a conference.
Yes.
If you don't want that, don't launch a conference.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm doing it at the moment.
Dan, qué lindo verte.
Gracias, igualmente.
Ay, Dan, voy a aprovechar. Te iba a mandar un WhatsApp. ¿Sabes que me volvió un pico de... ¿Estás ahí, Daniel? ¿Sí?
Acá, sí.
Estoy, bueno, se nota en mi cara, ¿no? Estoy otra vez con el pico de ciática.
Oh.
y además el yeso y la silla de ruedas, así que les hice la zancadilla ahora a la sala porque realmente estoy muy incómoda, muy incómoda.
Tranquila, tranquila.
¿Está? Pero quería que supieras, porque además la cara es como que no estoy ni siquiera atenta, pero no sabes, no dormí un ratito anoche, no sé. Porque si no
Cuídate.
tenés COVID ahora no te atienden, así que bueno, me voy, ya, era eso lo que
Cuídate
quería,
mucho.
¿sí? Besito.
Such a pleasure to listen to Spanish.
We have
Reminds-
a big attendance in Spanish.
Oh yeah, actually, you are basically Spain and Spanish-speaking countries are. You created like the biggest load of master classes this year. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I think that
Wow.
Russia also has a
Yeah,
big.
they did. Right. So that's it seems
they're
like
very
the
happy,
generative
very
wave
happy.
has some resonance with Spanish-speaking countries and South America especially.
There's a big need for generative change in these parts of the world.
Yeah, you know, I live in France and we desperately need generative change too.
Yeah, the world needs it. The world needs it. Yeah.
True.
Hi, Natalie.
Hello,
Hola,
hello.
Graciela. Hi, Oksana.
Ah,
Hi.
hi, Oksana. Good to
Hi,
see you.
guys. So great to see you.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Natalie. Hi, Graciela. So glad, so great to see you. Richard is also here. He's working on the other project right now, but he's with us. Congratulations with the opening of conference. It's just great.
Congratulations to you. You are part of one of the biggest part of this conference.
Thank
So
you.
many-
It's so exciting for people to gather together. Speaking about master classes, we have this time we have 10 master classes in Russian with English translation, and
Wow.
I just would think we add them in the schedule. Jean-Francois, it's probably a question to you. We will put this description right now. I'm finishing this document to general folder. And also we will put the information to IGC generative field group. And probably we should send this some way announcement to English speaking and maybe the other countries too, because we invited to all people who can speak English to join and listen. Our master classes presenter will be excited. So I probably will send it to you right now, this document, I mean, in 10 minutes, and you can provide. Thank you. Thank you
Well,
for
wonderful,
you
Jonathan.
and Elizabeth that you come in and support conference. Thank you for Jonathan also for you come in and support. It's really great.
Yeah.
Hi. Elizabeth, thank you very much. I just say thank you very much for supporting this project.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I just have a chance to connect with you guys.
Oh yeah, let's hope so.
Okay, I'm coming back to my schedule and send to Jean-Francois.
Thanks to Richard.
Thank you very much. I'm here with you.
Thank you. Paula. Natalie, Graziella, how is it for you? How is the translation for you? Thumbs up, middle, down? Okay, great. Super.
Gracias, Graciela. Aprovecho a agradecer la traductora en español. Cariños.
Toki.
Estás muteada, Graciela. No se te escucha.
Wow. Fantastic experience. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you feel as resourced as I do. I mean, that was just a fantastic experience just to share with everybody, and different languages. And you really can feel and sense how that doesn't have to limit us. And I feel like this setting these intentions and sharing these resources is what an amazing next days these will be. I don't know if maybe would be great thinking if there's any way of sharing a resource with the community, although I think we're down to our last minute. So maybe what I'm going to invite us all to do is to all together, let's just go through those 3 connections as we get ready to move into action in the conference. So maybe let's all do this by, as we get ready to go, we're going to stand up. And let's start with the first connection to yourself. The second connection to your intention. So your gesture for your intention. And then your third connection is to your resources and that field of resources. So really bring your resources here together, all 3, yourself, your intention, and now your resource. And let's get ready to have an amazing experience together in this conference, and really feel that when we can all take those resources together, for sure, it's going to be something fantastic. I know that we have our master classes coming up, so I don't want to go over and get us starting to go later. So it's just been, wow, what a wonderful opportunity to get to see you all, to get to be together, to share with some of you. Thank you again to our interpreters who are bringing us to bringing this message to all of us. Jean-Francois, Elizabeth, anything organizational that we need to say before we close the plenary?
Just a friendly reminder that basically, if you have access to your participant folder, you may have answers to most of your questions. So we invite you to connect to the Google Drive link to the participant folder so that you get to know what time are the master classes, what Zoom link they are using, what about the mastermind group, the generative conversation, timing, and Zoom link also. So basically, we're here to help if you need. You can help each other also. And otherwise, the Google file, the Google folder for participant will give you most of the answers you're looking for.
Great. And I'm looking forward to seeing, hopefully, many of you. I know that not all of you can be there, but for the next plenary with Stephen in just a few hours. So Thank you. Let's go and be generative together. Muchas gracias. Spasiba. Merci.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Dziękuję.
Robert. Thank you, everyone.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
Okay, ciao. Great.
Bye-bye.
Bueno.
Merci beaucoup.
See you later.
See you later.
Nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you.
Grazie.
Gracias.
Grazie bene.
Obrigado.
Obrigada.
Obrigado, obrigado.
Obrigado.
Здорово.
Beautiful to see you all. Lots of love. Thank you, Kamla.
Так. А где ссылка-то искать-то? Где? Барбара.
Люди, русские, куда
Да.
же? Скажите.
Есть русские здесь.
Есть.